Hey y'all. So I'm doing something just a tad bit different tonight. I I come out here sometimes at night after I've had a long day and I have fed the kids, got them ready for bed, and had my shower, and I'm not exactly sleepy. Like, I'm tired, of course, from the long day, but I am still awake, right? So please excuse, I washed my hair in the shower, so there's nothing on it right now, and I can't find my leave-in conditioner because let me tell you, a house full of girls, I buy hair products. I'm a hairstylist, so I keep hair products, but I also at home have to continuously buy hair products because all of my girls will either they're putting it in their hair, they're putting it in doll baby's hair, the twins are playing with it because they see someone else doing it. I can't find my leave-in conditioner, so right now it's just towel dried and whatever. But anyways, because it's like midnight. But I like to come outside in my backyard. I mean, I can't really show you much. You've seen it in my daytime videos. And just listen to the sounds of being in the country. And this is peaceful to me. This is extremely peaceful to me. And so I'm just going to share with you all, like, I didn't grow up in the country. I grew up in a small town in South Chesterfield, Virginia. We used to call it Ettrick. And some people who were city folk would consider it country, but it wasn't country. And I grew up with a totally different idea of what my life was going to be. And it wasn't until I had multiple children and I don't know, like, some things changed in my life that my focus changed, and I decided, or I felt like, or I started dreaming about having a life that was just more peaceful. I guess I had went through so many things, and I'm not going to go into detail about the stuff that I went through in my life, but I just wanted peace. I knew I would ask God for peace, right? And these desires to live off the land and stuff, they literally came out of nowhere. Like, I remember saying things to my clients and they were looking at me like, what are you talking about? Like, I wanted to start a garden, or I wanted chickens, or I guess once I started having kids, I always wanted space to stretch out. I didn't want to be in an apartment. I didn't want to be in the city. I wanted to be in a county somewhere for schools and just to have my kids be safe. But to start growing my own food and raising animals in general, that came out of nowhere. And it was during the time that I was praying for peace. After my divorce, I tried dating. I knew I wanted to be a wife. I knew I wanted to have a large family. I knew these things. These were desires that I had. And so I tried to jump back out there. And it wasn't the right time. I learned that the hard way. I had some hiccups along the way. But when I started focusing on how I wanted to raise my kids versus, like me wanting a husband and a nice big house and my business to be successful. Those things aren't like bad to want, but when I focused, instead of focusing so hard on trying to find those things or build those things, I focused on how I wanted to raise my kids. these desires came to me. And I had dreams of being, on some land. Now, granted, this is a lot smaller than what I dream of, and I believe that one day the larger land will come, as well as possibly the husband, and the other things that I had desires for. But I will say that sometimes I come out here at night with a little cocktail, and I just listen to the sounds of the country. And I realize I worked very hard to get here. I worked very hard, like nonstop, to have peace. And I thank God every day for this peace, because I didn't have it for a while. And so I'm grateful. I'm grateful for this peace. So when I had a long day and I find myself complaining about where I am and where I want to be and what I don't have, it's always good for me, for my spirit, for my mind, to remember that although I'm not exactly where I dreamed I would be, I have peace. I'm definitely, I'm going through the necessary steps that I need to go through, so that when that ultimate dream manifests, I'll be prepared. I won't lose it. And I'll also appreciate that moment. But here, I still have peace. Sometimes I walk around the garden. I know that's like, I am not completely surrounded by woods. There are houses, even though I have like trees and woods a little bit on the back part of my property, on the other side of that are houses. I will walk around my garden, and my sister came out here one time, and we were out here late at night, and she said, she just kept looking at the trees, and I was like, what are you, like, she kept looking like she was waiting for something to come out the trees. And I said, what are you looking at? And she was like, I feel like, something's going to come out of them or something. And I don't know, maybe if you're not used to it, you would assume that that's what happens. Me personally, like, the only thing that I fear sometimes when I'm going out into the yard at night is snakes. Right now, my grass is cut very short, so I'm not so concerned about snakes. However, if I was to walk over there, I would definitely have the flashlight shining on the ground just to watch where I'm stepping. But as far as like some nights, I'll just go out with my flashlight and walk around the garden, meditate, pray, and just thank God for where I am now. Because a few years ago, this was a dream. And so I am encouraging everyone. I wanted to share, in case you are in that place where you're dreaming of something of the sort. Work hard, of course, pray about it, but then also recognize the steps that you're taking in that direction, because you're not going to, and let me not say not going to, it's possible you may not get exactly what you're dreaming for right away, but you may be moving in that direction, and just recognize the progress that you've made in the process that you're going through, and be grateful. Because I truly believe that if I cherish these moments and I take this moment right now as a learning experience, and preparation for the dream, I can really appreciate knowing that I'm right where I'm supposed to be. I'm right where I'm supposed to be. So I just wanted to share that tonight. Hope it helps someone. And thank you all for tuning in again. I hope I don't bore you. But until next time, be blessed.